Tobias, big deal getting back on the field again after having to be on the sidelines for the whole year. How did those first few catches feel, and that touchdown especially?
The first play is always a little nervous every beginning of the year. My opening game was a little later than everyone else's, but I'm just blessed to be back and took advantage of my opportunities and had a good connection with Fernando all day and made some plays.
And Fernando, did you ever imagine throwing 40 passes in one half?
One half?
Yeah, you were 30 for 40 in the first half, unless the stats were wrong.
30 or 40, damn. Well, excuse my language. I will say that whatever it takes to win, if I throw one pass the entire game, I throw 50 passes the entire game, it really shows the receiver core that we have. The depth that our guys are able to be rested on the sideline, come out, and they're already better than the other opposing defensive backs. So it even makes it more of an unfair advantage. So it was amazing, great by Coach Toller and all the receivers today. I think it was like 11 people got a reception. And especially this guy up here. It was great to have him and both Keon Grace back in the rotation, throwing passes to them, getting back our chemistry. And those are two guys that I'm going to give the ball. I'm going to give the ball to is with all our guys. So I think it worked. We scored points, and I think probably 46 is like a high for this season.
I think so.
So if it works, it works.
Other questions in the room?
Fernando, Doug here with Football Organically. Congratulations on the first ACC win. How does that feel?
Feels great. Grew up an ACC fan. Always used to watch, I don't know, I already said this multiple times, but UM against Wake Forest, against Virginia Tech, and I've watched ACC football and followed the ACC network from a little kid. I believe I had the ACC network at my house, and we didn't need to re-download it, although when we did the conference realignment. But we got a win on the road. It's great. I think like Oregon State last week really broke the dam as an offense. We were able to put up around 40 points. Today, put up around I think 40 points. We had one special teams touchdown. It was amazing. And so it's just we have a great offense. We have great receivers, great O-line, great tight ends, great running backs. And through all the game planning, I'm excited to go out there and finish these last 3 games out.
Fernando, the offense seemed to really gel between the 20s, and then as you guys got to the red zone, at least in the first half, it sputtered a little bit. How do you improve on that stuff going forward?
I definitely agree with you there, and I'll put that stuff on me. Just a couple misreads by my part, but when we get in the 20s, it's all about the playmakers need to make the plays. And I take a lot of responsibility for that, and that's when the first down I threw it to Tobias, because he's a playmaker. And anybody that gets the ball in the 20 is responsible to make the plays, because the field's shorter, the defense gets more condensed, and although you're closer to the goal line, in theory, it's harder to get yards. So a big thing for us is really focusing on red zone, and we've done a lot of red zone drills, and I think we're going to keep on improving, such as the 1 minute. We had a 2-minute drill earlier in the second half where I hit Tobias on the sideline. He had great player IQ and hit the sideline, a little toe tap. People call Tobias Tony Toe Tap, although his name is Tobias. But so along with repping the red zone scenarios, I think we're going to get better and better at it every week.
Fernando, I got to ask you about that slide. I think you gave collective Cal fans a heart attack going down when you had the TD. Was that pre-planned, or is that something you improvised on to burn more clock?
The slide for
at the end of the game.
At the end of the game.
Yeah,
that was a tough one. If I was smart as Tobias, then I probably would have scored a touchdown. But unfortunately, not all of us can go to Notre Dame and Cal. So it was a big mistake on my part. I just thought they had not that many times.
It's always in the right spot is all that matters. You know?
You guys got the score, though.
I just didn't want to show up on the FBI tape football on time and say, like, Fernando, what are we doing here? And then some crazy Friday night wonky stuff happens. So Jets scored, and even though I made a mistake, it shows of our offensive culture, how our O-line, our running backs, receivers, and tight ends are all able to pick myself after I make a mistake and get that first down and score a touchdown to end up sealing the game.
All right, we'll go to Zoom for Emmanuel.
Hi, Fernando. I want to ask you if the pass-heavy sprint was a part of the game plan against Wake Forest tonight.
We knew the Wake Forest defense was disciplined, they were gritty, and they were always going to be in the right place. You don't see many busts from them throughout the entire season, and so we were planning on passing the ball. I don't believe we're planning to pass as much as we did, but we're having success. So if it's working, why stop it?
Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Steve Croner, go ahead.
Fernando, first let me tell you, I thought you made the right move by going down there. But in any event, taking back, it's 39-36. You guys have been through 4 of these games where the close game didn't go your way. Was there talk on the sideline about this is going to be difficult? Do you not say anything and just go about your business?
Oh, we talk about it on the sideline. We say this is not going to blank happen again. This is not going to happen again. And it's gritty, and we practice those end of game situations for that. We've repped it, and I feel like every single week we've gotten better at those end of game situations. And so, like I said, the O-line, running backs, tight ends, receivers, they all did an amazing job there. And you know, getting a little comfort from this coming from an intelligent guy like you, thinking that I made the right move. However, I got to watch the film back on that, and yeah, just definitely got to improve in that IQ sort of deal.
Last question for these two. Thomas Dunn.
For what it's worth, I thought this might be the right call too, but congratulations on the win, guys. Tobias, it's been a long road to get here. Now that you've made it onto the field, what you learn the most about yourself throughout the journey and how they're shooting what you finally get back on the field?
Yeah, I think throughout my journey, just like God gave me a test, and it was just what am I gonna do with it, you know? And that's what happened tonight. Is I came back strong, and played a good game, played a fairly good game. Obviously, some plays you want back all the time, but I showed that I can do what I always think I can do, and that's catch balls and get first downs and touchdowns. You know, it was just a blessing to be out there again. Like, I think that grit is just one thing in my mind space that I have a different mental mind space now. Like as I'm getting older, and especially through this journey, these last 10 weeks of rehab have been just grueling. And I think I just learned a tremendous amount from it.
All right, thank you guys.
Hey guys, God bless.